Avalanche posts triple-digit monthly gain as TVL search points to user growth. In this video, first we are going to talk about this article a little bit, and then we're gonna go on the live chart and see what is going on. And a spoiler alert, I think AVAX can actually be at the moment a lot more bullish than the other cryptos, and soon we might actually take the recent highest high. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and you can read this article by yourself. But in my opinion, there are only two very important points in here. Number one is going to be, you know it, the TVL, which stands for total value locked. Now, if you are relatively new to the crypto market, you should know that total value locked is basically a key metric in the crypto market, and I would say especially in DeFi space, and it measures the total value of assets that investors have locked, this is a very important point, locked or deposited into a specific platform, and in this case it's going to be on Avalanche. Now you might say, well, okay, why is TVL going up is very important? Well, that basically shows that more people trust the platform and are actually actively using its services. This is, in my opinion, the main key about TVL. Now here's a very important point. You shouldn't really look at TVL day by day. No, you should look at it in a specific period of time. And now let's go in here and see what is happening. There we go. And this blue line in here is Avalanche's total value locked. And the main point that I'm trying to make is this. Look, at the moment, TVL is much higher than this high right in here, which is somewhere around April of 2024. Remember that this is very important. Also, these pink bars are volume, which as you can see is consistently up. This is very important. For example, in this period of time, volume was only up right around here. However, in Avalanche, as you can see, this is consistent high volume, which is, in my opinion, very bullish. Now, let's go in here and zoom out a bit more and see. There we go. Where is the April high? It's actually right in here. Now, I want you to pay very much attention to what I'm about to say. In the chart that I showed you, TVL was much higher than this period. However, the price, as you can see, is lower than this high. So what does it mean? This means that this uptrend in AVAX does actually have a lot more power than this thing right in here, and most likely this is going to continue for quite some time. Also, in terms of the volume, in here we are having just consistent high volumes. However, in this period, I think it was just only in here that we had some high volumes, which is again another very positive point for this uptrend right in here. So as you can see, in terms of the news and fundamentals in Avalanche, so far we are looking excellent, and I do believe that this move up is going to be far more stronger than this move right in here, because in terms of Elliott Waves, if you are a new viewer, you should know that if you want to argue, for example, we're gonna have our final bottom around here, maybe this is like a very important support, then okay, we must be able to find off of the recent lowest low in this region a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. This specific case is a normal one. The rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of impulsive structure, wave 3 should not be the smallest wave, and in terms of the sub waves, as you can see, we must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have different possibilities, doesn't really matter. Let's say ABC into 4 and the WXY into wave 2. Understood? Okay. Now let's go on the live chart and see what's happening. And first, we are going to go on some higher time frames, maybe daily chart. Okay, so what do we have in the long term? An extremely clear 5 wave up in this bull run back in 2021, followed by that a very solid corrective movement on the downside in form of an ABC, and I do believe that the bottom in Avalanche is actually in this area, and this is an extremely bullish setup. Why is that? I can tell you, look, this is a 1, this is a 2, and at the moment we are on our way to complete the sub waves for a huge wave 3, and then 4, and then 5, and this is the main point. I believe that this wave 3 is going to happen in the cycle, and there's a good chance that the next bear market is actually going to be a correction into wave 4, and this move up into wave 5 is actually going to be for the next cycle. So for now, our main focus should be on this move right in here. And if I just zoom in a bit more, you can actually identify the subwaves for it. You see, what do we have off of the lowest low? A very solid 5-wave up, after it a corrective movement on the downside, potentially an ABC expanded flat, which means, okay, this might be another 102, but on a lower degree relative to this 102 in here. And the idea is that at the moment, we are on our way to get a big move into wave 3 and 4 and 5 in order to complete the subwaves for this red wave 3, and then so on and so forth. So as you can see, in the mid to long term, AVAX is looking extremely bullish, and only in this phase, I think into our wave 3, we are going to set an all-time high and take the highest high somewhere around $155. Now, let's go on some lower time frames and see what is happening in here. And if you remember, the last time that we talked about Avalanche, we were somewhere around, I believe, these areas, and I was saying, look, in my opinion, we can actually have a series of 1-2s, meaning this can be, if I just do this, a 1, 2, and then we're gonna have this 5-wave up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and let's change the colors to maybe orange, sure. Followed by that, this is another 1 and 2, and in here we are having also potentially another 1 and 2 structure, something like this, excuse me, there we go, and then big move up into wave 3, 4, 5, into this wave 3. Let's change the colors to red. Also, this can actually be another 1 and a 2 structure, and then we're going to get again big move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And I still believe that something like this can actually happen in Avalanche, which means soon our move up, because we are going to, in this case, complete a series of wave 3s, is actually going to accelerate quite a bit. Now, in like very short term in this area, I am seeing some very bullish signs. Number one, this move down right in here looks very much like, we just take this one, an A, B, C zigzag and nothing else. And this got confirmed when we got this move up, and in it we took the height of our B leg. So in my opinion, there is for us pretty much no shot to be able to find an impulse in here in order to be able to say this is just the beginning of a downtrend. Absolutely not. This move up definitely is a fantastic bullish sign that suggests in Avalanche the bottom actually could be in right in here. Second, what do we have off of the low slow? I believe there's actually a decent chance in AVAX we are going to have 5-wave up into a wave 1, and you can actually find a 5-wave in here if you go on some lower time frames, followed by that correction for wave 2. This big move up, which is quite strong, is actually into this wave 3, and this move down might be a correction for 4, and soon we might see another big move up into wave 5. And here's a very important point. In terms of classic TA, meaning supports and resistances, I'm hoping that in this wave 5, we are actually going to get a break of this very important resistance area, meaning we go above it and then have a pullback and a continuation of the move up in order to take this side. Why is that? Because at that point, the road on the upside is going to be much more clear, and above it, we're not really having a whole lot of strong resistances. And again, I'm going to argue after breaking this level, our move up in Avalanche is indeed going to accelerate quite a bit. Now, what if we get from here, for example, a solid move down in order to visit the lows once more? Does that mean that we are going to be bearish at that point? Absolutely not, because again, I need you to remember this move down is an ABC, and it got confirmed when we in this phase took this high right in here. So one way or the other in Avalanche, we are looking extremely bullish, and I do think that there's a good chance we are actually having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, which suggests that soon in AVAX we are going to get some more upward price action. So as you can see, in terms of the news, we are looking great, and also we definitely have the right structures for a magnificent bull run in Avalanche's price chart. That's why I believe we just do not have anything to be worried about. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Avalanche's price chart. Anyway, If you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.